Hello everyone. Today we are to discuss medical device software intended to work in combination with hardware or hardware components. The Medical Device Coordination Group released a guidance document MDCG 2023-4 to help manufacturers determine the appropriate regulatory pathway based on the relationship between the software and the hardware. Many medical device software applications generate diagnostic or therapeutic medical information by processing data or signals received from hardware or hardware components. These components serve as inputs and may also function as controls for the medical device software. Generally, both the medical device software and the hardware require a computing platform or a power source to operate, such as a smartphone. The medical purpose of this medical device software applications can only be fulfilled using hardware or hardware components that meet the necessary performance, accuracy, reliability standards considering the medical device software's intended use and current technological advancements. For example, medical device software downloaded or available on wearables like bracelets, smartwatches, virtual or augmented reality goggles to prevent, predict, or manage a disease, achieve their intended purpose by receiving and analyzing data provided by a hardware or hardware component. These hardware can be external components providing input data to a medical device software application or be incorporated within a smartphone or wearable connected to a medical device application on a smartphone or a wearable. Now there are three major options when exploring the regulatory pathway for such devices. Option 1. Hardware is placed on the market as an accessory to the medical device software. Option 2. Hardware is placed on the market as a medical device, either as a part of a system or a combination with another medical device or an integral part of a medical device. Option 3. Hardware is an integral part of a general consumer product and has no intended medical purpose. Now the market placement for such devices. For option 1 and 2, that is, the medical device software and the hardware or hardware components are qualified as either a medical device or an accessory to a medical device. Manufacturers of medical device software then must demonstrate compliance with the MDR, including the following: MDR Annex 1 on General Safety and Performance Requirements, that is, the GSPRs. Number 2, the medical device software manufacturer must verify, validate, and demonstrate the safety, reproducibility, compatibility, and interoperability of the medical device or accessory to a medical device, that the medical device software works in combination with, including all various configurations and variants. Next, the clinical evaluation of the medical device software has to be considered in view of the intended medical purpose achieved in combination with medical device or accessory to a medical device. Followed by the hardware components, which act as medical devices or accessories to a medical device. The medical device software manufacturer may rely on the compliance of that hardware or hardware component with the MDR, in particular, compliance with the GSPRs when used in line with the intended purpose under the intended normal conditions of use. In terms of risk management and post-market surveillance, the medical device software manufacturer must establish and implement appropriate communication channels to ensure efficient notification mechanisms regarding changes or incidents related to the medical device hardware, hardware component, or accessory. Coming to the option 3, where hardware is an integral part of a general consumer product and has no medical intended purpose, the medical device manufacturers there must adhere to the standards outlined in MDCG 2020 Part 1 for clinical evaluation and performance evaluation of medical device software. Now, according to Article 22, Part 4, when combining a medical device with another product, the manufacturer must follow equivalent conditions. Secondly, the medical device software's technical documentation should clearly identify and describe all other products intended for use with the medical device software, that is, the hardware or hardware components not classified as medical device or accessories. Next, the risk management plan must be established and documented for both the medical device software and the hardware components that could affect the medical device's safety and performance. The manufacturer must provide clinical evidence for all intended configurations, such as different platforms on which the medical device software operates. Lastly, as a part of the post-market surveillance system, the medical device software manufacturer must continuously and systematically monitor and assess market information to the product's life cycle, including hardware components that might impact the medical device software's safety, performance, reproducibility, interoperability, and compatibility. The manufacturer must implement adequate controls to monitor the hardware's proper function and mitigate any identified risks. This ensures that the medical device software, when used with the hardware components, remains safe and effective. This includes assessing and controlling risks from hardware malfunctions and use errors and applying inherent safety measures by design. With the advancement of medical technology, more and more medical device software that work in combination with hardware are being designed and launched for various medical uses, and it becomes imperative to comply with the changing regulations. That is all for today. Thank you for watching.